Greetings, everyone. We want a business that lasts for a long time. And not only do we want it to last, but we want it to last the right way. That is that we don't want a business to last 60 or 70 years and just end up looking like an old rotten tree that it doesn't have much value or relevance to the world. We want a business that continues to diversify, grow, change as times change, and enjoys the ability to serve several generations as it goes along and build love and friendship from its customers and a good reputation that's shared. That's our subject tonight, how to make it for the long haul. And one of the major topics is always going to be related to how are we getting along with our customer. So customer relationships is our target, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and we'll get started. I'm Steve Carver in Dunn, North Carolina, presentation number 1219, and so glad that you're on my journey with me. Thank you, and letting me join you is a pleasure. I'm not a lawyer or an accountant, just a fellow been in business for 66 continuous years and counting, and look forward to as many more as I can squeeze in because I do love to do business. But the main thing I do in these webinars and seminars is to give free advice to you, and advice that comes from my experiences, tell you about the good things and the bad things, hopefully to help you avoid unexpected events and to have more profits and less stress. A good place to get free advice and second opinions is from your small business center directors and staff. We are blessed tonight to be sponsored by the Small Business Center at Bladen Community College, of course, in Bladen County, in Dublin, and offices in Elizabethtown. It's a great area, great group of people, very interested in small business, doing a great job. And the director there is Terry Dennison, a fabulous lady who is looking forward to meeting you, bringing you joy and goodwill, and absolutely a spirit of helpfulness and devotion to progress. Terry is available to you. You just need to give her a call because she moves around, set up an appointment where y'all can connect. Her phone number is 910-879-5572. So give Terry a call if you're in that region and get started. If you're not in that region and want to get the information how to connect with your small business center closest to you, I'll be glad to help you. All you have to do is just stay over in chat to do it, or drop me an email and I'll make the arrangements, get you the information so you can start a conversation with the small business center where you are. Look forward to doing that for you. Terry did some extra good work this week getting out some propaganda on our series, and Terry, that was really good. I saw it today on Facebook and shared it. Look forward to hopefully bringing in new guests and attendees to our presentation. I really appreciate your effort there. That's a good looking promo that you did. This is Veterans Day week, so thank you, veterans. All of you. We have some with us tonight, which I'm really proud to say that and to say thank you. I think it's always good to remember that when it comes to veterans, all gave some, and also some gave all. That means they gave their life. So sincerely, I do thank you for your service. I'm a veteran myself and come from a family full of veterans, my dad included. And we have worked hard to ensure the veterans' benefits for the veterans, disabled, and their dependents. So it's in our blood. Thank you for your support and for what you do to help make it work. Guidelines for tonight, study guides, of course, are your regular study guides that come in. And there are some extra ones there that you might want to take a special time to look at and appreciate. I am keeping a record of attendance, so thank you all. We've got most of you guys have been with us and got a perfect attendance started. Thank you very much. Encourage your friends and neighbors or anyone else that might benefit from these classes to join us as well. So let's talk about the folks that are working hard in this semester to go hard, move that business forward. Edna's with us tonight, Edna Jackson from Tarboro, and she is an Academy Master 1 Associate. Good to see you, Edna. Thank you so much. Charles Nixon joined us the other night. We'll see if he comes back. He's over in Edenton and has his business, Charlie Brown's Treasures, on Facebook. Alicia Ray joined us last week as well. Maybe she can come back in. She is a freelance meteorologist in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. And I'm looking forward to seeing Alicia on TV. She's got a very great background and personality, and I'm sure that she's going to do well, and look forward to tracking her career. Monsena James in Durham is starting her own consulting company and doing quite well getting started. She's just in the beginning stages, but has a fabulous website, working hard forward to move it forward and doing well. Great images. We can all visit that website and learn from what she has been offering. She's already come forward with her menu of services and contact information, so she's about ready to get started on her business plan, and she's already working on a basic marketing plan as she goes forward. Johanna Ramus in Morrisville, she is on the internet with her Glitz by Design, where she is buying and selling products, buys and things, and then fancies them up, bedazzles them, so to speak, and moves forward that, getting her business up and running with a lot of different art and talented lady, no doubt. Especially interested in the fact that she is really utilizing seasonal marketing. I want us all to remember how important that is as we do seasonal marketing, because it is indeed a big, big deal, and especially you can see it this time of year with the holiday season, with Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's being the most largest seasonal marketing areas on the whole calendar. But we need to do that. We need to be aware of it, because it has a lot to do with how your annual sales will be. Johanna's doing a good job recognizing and promoting pop-up events and special marketing events that she's going to be at. I appreciate the fact that she does that. Now let's take a break here and pause just for a little special note. And I'm not finding fault or being negative here. It's just that we need to recognize something that's happening that I'm going to try to bring to your attention in the largest, most forceful way possible tonight, because I know, based on my company history, how important it is. Johanna has a fabulous Facebook site, which I sent you an email, which we'll talk about earlier, about visiting these sites. But she's done a great job with her website marketing, works hard at it, and she needs to be very proud of it. But the fact of the matter, the other day when I was there, I noticed that she had 21 likes and 85 followers. Well, 21 likes and 85 followers is a whole lot better than 0, so congratulations. But tonight I want us to focus on and leave this program knowing that we can do a lot better than this with very little effort. So keep that in mind as we go along. I'll mention this several times. Carolyn Johnson in Graham is getting her physical therapy business up and running. She's already a therapist, but now she wants to go in business for herself, and so proud of her. Her business is going to be called Trinity Women's Physical and Health and Wealthiness, and she's doing a great job with her imaging, getting started. She's doing her mission, vision, and promise statements, which are quite powerful. Very proud of you, and I appreciate you sharing them with us. And there's Marquetta from Pink Hill. Thank you. Not Pink Hill, but Mint Hill. Thank you for being with us again tonight, Marquetta, and we're looking forward to getting your information so we can brag on you a little bit. Ed Romero is over in Albertson. That's in the Goldsboro community. He's been attending our classes, webinars, and seminars. I first met Ed about 10 years ago, and when he and his son were visiting over in Kenansville at James Sprunt. And so just a great family operation, doing a great job with their businesses, and seeing now Ed and his son both moving forward with their MB37 construction. Got a whole fleet of employees that he's working with. So I know, and you know, that with this number of employees, that means that the pressure is on to go get the business, keep these people busy, help everybody make a living, look after their families. So the pressure cooker is on when you start adding employees, and the business has got to come. So Ed keeps joining us, and I'm very proud that he's growing his business and staying with it. We're getting to know Nikki Harvey and Tarboro quite well this semester. She's sharing a lot of information with us and on Facebook, growing her business. She is selling sweet stuff that she's baking in her own kitchen and just working really hard at doing it. Especially proud of Nikki for coming up with her menu and with prices, which is an important ingredient before you can ever get your business plan running. You don't have to know that projected income and where it's going to be coming from and what it's all about. Nikki's got great images telling us good stuff about what she's doing. She's not ready to start shipping products. She wants to sell everything hand delivered or picked up at her house. So that's something to keep in mind for folks in the Tarboro area. Sonia, here you are again, and I'm thinking that next week I'm going to be able to put up some more pictures and information about your fabulous Steve Roofing Construction Contracting Company. And thank you for what you're doing and for your loyalty to the Academy, and keep improving your skills as we go along. Jasmine Bayford in Faison has her new cleaning company up and running, Life-Changing Cleaning Services, LLC. She's busy getting her Facebook and her website up and running with lots and lots of good stuff, good images, and so proud of her for what she's doing. So let's take a look at Jasmine's Facebook page. 123 followers. That's a pretty good number with 4 following. So what's the differential between the number of followers you have and the number of total followers that you've got that's actually following it? It's going to be all about the content and how often you're changing up and giving people something to look at. Or in other words, the people that are following are the ones that are noticing your new news, the things you're putting up today and yesterday, not the things that you put up last year. And I'll give you several examples of that. So 123 is not a bad number. It's a lot better than 0. But she's already come forward with a good mission statement, what she's up to, experiences about what she's been doing. She has great videos on her website and Facebook pages. She's offering call to actions with discounts and reasons people should contact her now. So congratulations for that good work. And hey, Becca, good to have you on board with us tonight. Becca is indeed Dr. Becca McCoy, and she's a genealogical physiologist. I have a little trouble pronouncing that. In Beulahville, which is right in the heart of our territory. The company is Within Genealogy. Wonderful, interesting lady. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to you sharing with everybody and all of us, helping you get your business up and running and moving forward. So she has come forward with a good history and statements about her work, graphics showing her business plan and planning that she's going towards, a basic starting the menu of the products that she's offering, and talking about maybe coming forward with rates and such as that. Great start, Becca. Let's keep it up and make it happen for you. Sherry McQuarrie in Charlotte is an inspiring author, and today she sent me 2 more chapters, I think chapter 7 and 8 of the book that she's writing. I'm not at liberty to give you the title or the way it's going, but she is close. She's getting close, ready to publish this thing and maybe have a big announcement, so we'll all have a chance to read her work, and it's going to be very, very good. And there's Kelly Gay. It was good to have you back with us tonight, Kelly. I saw you come on. Looks like you might have signed off, but I hope you'll be back with us. Kelly's a wonderful lady, a lady that you can talk real estate with if you're over in the western part of the state. And she's just wonderful to work with, has a long history of giving great service, not only in the real estate market, but also in soil conservation, soil and water conservation issues, where she is the regional manager for that work in her county. If you want to get in touch with her, we got her phone number and email addresses here that you can take screenshots of. Soil and Water Conservation District Director, that's a nice title, and she told me the other night that she really loves that work and just feels honored to work doing what she can to keep the area beautiful and safe. And there's Sarita. Sarita's with us tonight. Thank you so much for your work and all that you do to share with us. We appreciate you very much, Sarita, and look forward to continued relationship. And there's Jerome. Jerome, glad to have you back with us tonight, Mayor of Clarkton. We are honored to be with the Honorable, no doubt. Thank you so much. Jerome will tell you right now, if you ask him how things are going, I am blessed and loving life. I am blessed and loving life. And I have taken that up. He gave me permission to, and I've taken that up to share it with other people because it indeed puts a smile on your face and a little spring in your step. If you just need something to get you going, that's a good way to do it. Conversations with Jerome, I want to give him a special shout out and thanks for the work he does as a volunteer with the Bladen Baptist Ramp Ministry. The Christian men in his area that belong to the association are constantly building ramps for people that need ramps to their homes or property. And it looks like they're having a real good time doing it. And I know several of these members that Jerome works with. That is a great, great public service. And this nonprofit work really helps people live longer, makes their life better. So thank you very much for doing that, Jerome. And everybody appreciates the work you do there. Mayor of Clarkton, congratulations. And I know that Clarkton is a better town because Jerome is at the top of the list there. Thank you so much. Hope Thatcher is a lady over in Murphy, North Carolina, who is a nurse, registered nurse, professional, and she has her own business, which she has joined our webinars a number of years ago and have come back this fall to get it back started again after COVID kind of shut everything down in her work. But she is mainly doing online workshops now. Really, if you have a chance to visit these, please do. And in the email I sent to you, you got a linkage to showing you her work. I invite you to check these websites out. You may get some real good ideas for your business, how to go about it. But Hope is in there. She's getting it done, and just has a great dynamic operation that I hope that really grows for her. Not only does she do online events, they also hold one-on-one in-person retreats several times a year at different locations for folks that are wanting to have that counseling and one-on-one or group experience, no doubt. So Hope is doing a great job. And her Facebook pages are fabulous, but let's take a look at the numbers. Because no matter how good your Facebook presence is, if you're not getting the traffic, it's not going to do you much good. So Hope's got 155 followers, 72 of them are following. So the indication is there that she's putting up relevant information on a frequent basis, which encourages people to keep following, keep coming back. So congratulations here, Hope, but we want to get those numbers up to increase your exposure in the business world. Reminder to you, your study guides have your 40 drill skills. I'm challenging you to look at them carefully, look at the videos that are related to each one in the study guide, and then do a 1 or 2 sentence paraphrase, write on that Word file and save it and send it to me. Paraphrase on what this particular drill skill, how you're going to use it, and how you think it'll help your business. This exercise will help you start to own more and better skills and ways of thinking, be more savvy and confident in your business. It is well worth the effort, and I challenge you to do that. Remember, if you attend 5 or more of these this session, that you'll automatically qualify for a certificate, and we look forward to sending that to you. Therefore, there's no pressure on you to do anything else other than your own personal motivation. Last week, reminding you, we were talking about businesses that have made it for the long haul. Last week, we talked about Nathan's, the famous hot dogs that have the 4th of July hot dog eating contest, if you'll remember. Well, tonight, we're going to talk about Brightleaf. Well, in this world, in eastern North Carolina, people kind of understand what Brightleaf is. It's the saying that we use for flue-cured tobacco. It's the Brightleaf type tobacco compared to the others. But that's not what we're going to talk about tonight in the Brightleaf. So over in the chat board, if you don't mind, go to your chat board and tell me if you've ever heard of Brightleaf. I'm not going to tell you what the product is, but if you have heard of Brightleaf, tell me what the product is in chat. And I'll understand some of you may never have heard of it, because indeed, if you're not from the eastern part of the state, I'm going to introduce you to it tonight. And you're going to enjoy it, and I'm going to challenge you to give it a try. Brightleaf, anybody ever heard of it? How about it? Okay, Becca came in, never heard of it. Well, that's all right. We're going to cure that for you tonight, no doubt. The long haul. It's challenging, exhilarating. Some days are tough because it can be a bumpy road. But the long haul is what we're after here. We want a business that's going to make it for decades and decades. Maybe someday we will be able to sell it. Maybe someday we'll be able to pass it on to our employees. Maybe someday we'll have children to take it over. But at any rate, we need to have a business that stays relevant for the long haul, and very few businesses do it. As many businesses they are, I'll challenge you that you probably won't be able to think of but a few that have made it for 50 years, very few that have made it for 70, and very, very few that's made it over 100. But they're out there. And those businesses that have made it for more than 30 or 40 years, they do a lot of the things different than other businesses, and we're going to talk about those good things they do in this series to see it through. A lot of it's just common sense. A lot of it's things that we know, but we're just not quite aware of. But my friends, now that you're going to be an entrepreneur with your own business, you want to be aware of this and have it a part of your thinking and the way that you approach it. I'm coming from a business that started in 1959 when my dad started the Alice Chalmers tractor dealership here in Dunn. It's been in business 66 years and continues now, even though it's been through a lot of changes. We started business when people were trading in mules on tractors, and tractors used to look like this. This was the type and model tractor that I grew up on, learned how to drive. My brother had to start it up by pulling a hand crank in the front up here, but this is what tractors used to look like, and certainly they don't look like it now. When this tractor was new in 1959, we sold it for around $1,100. $1,100, just what a set of tires on it now would cost more than that. The business now has evolved into an internet business. It's not a bricks and mortar business anymore, with over 27 different profit centers to be diversified and stay busy. So we diversified, we stayed in business, and want y'all to do the same thing. Let's talk a little bit about the Academy. Y'all been involved now for several weeks, and I mention the Academy often. So proud of the work that we've done now for 19 years, and just a few photos back from 2010 at Sampson Community College class, 2014 up in Ahoskie at Roanoke Chowan Community College, over at James Brunt in Kenansville back in 2015. Just a great group of people. Went to Tarboro, Edgecombe County, good lessons over there from time to time. Bladen County on many occasions, just a good group of folks. Matter of fact, I had a text today from a friend of mine who had been at a dinner party, and this lady was talking about how much she had enjoyed classes that she had taken at Bladen, and did not remember who the instructor was, but she was telling the folks at the dinner party that she got a lot out of it and it helped move her forward. And one of the fellows at the dinner party is a friend of mine and recently attended the classes, and he asked if they were talking about my classes, and it was. So that was a good reminder of what you do today. This was 10 years ago, now not 10 years, 2017 in this picture. And but what we do today can last a long time if we do it right and make those memories. 2018 over in Martin County and in Williamston. Many times 2020 down in Pamlico County at Bayboro, 2020 over in Lenore at Kinston, had great classes over there. In Wilmington, we'd Cape Fear. Many times there we'd fill up the room. We had just great seminars there during those seasons. 2022 back at Pamlico. 2025, hey, that's pretty close by. This was the group in the last semester over in Clinton at Sampson Community College. So the Academy's been around a long time, and you are, if you choose to be affiliated with it and continue to participate, you're always going to be welcome to come back. I'll always invite you to attend as many classes as you can, and every time you complete another course, you rise in your membership standing. So do those drill skills, attend the classes, and we'll move on with it. This series is important in that each lesson, each class, we're going to encourage all of you to chat with each other. And I see a lot of you are already doing that. Please do that. Talk to the folks, tell them what you're up to, what you like, what you don't like, ask questions, direct questions to me if you'd like after the class. I'll have a chance to read through those. And learn to communicate. Learn to communicate, to share information. Be ready to tell about your business and what you're all about. Remember that first impressions are very important, and just keep up the good work there. What are your challenges? What's bothering you most? What can we do to help you? And if you'll let me know, send me an email or give me a call if you want to. Send me an email or give me a call on what you'd like for me to concentrate on during the rest of this series to help you. Yeah, we're interested in the long haul, but I'm also interested in whatever's troubling you this week and today. So don't be bashful here. I'm certainly not, and I can take it. We're going to talk about networking ideas, what you're doing with AI, artificial intelligence, customer service, hospitality, and doing all this so that you are going to become and be a part of a league of your own as you move into the business world as a successful entrepreneur. Greetings, chat greetings, do it, get busy with it. And I see that y'all are doing now. What are your next goals? What are your steps? Ask questions of each other. You've got the email addresses of everybody now that I sent you in the email. Some of you may or may not have gotten that. If you did not get the email I sent you, you let me know, and I'll talk about it a little bit later, and I'll resend it to you, no doubt, with all the Facebook links. What did you do with AI this week? That's my question to you, and it's one for you to answer yourself. As much as we're doing to get our businesses up and running and opportunities available to us, AI is becoming more and more a valuable tool for your tool belt. Tonight, I watched the world news tonight, and indeed, there was a lot of talk about there with reasons to be afraid of AI, how it's being misused by some folks and like that. And that's going to happen. Anything that's available new in the world, there'll be some bad characters that use it the wrong way. But indeed, it is a fabulous tool that we need to take advantage of because it can really help us. Today, I wrote a sample fall promotion letter for our equipment company, for our new owners, where I was introduced, reconnecting with some customers back 5-6 years ago and telling them how important it is that they are to us and about our generational change, and inviting them to do more business with us and not forget about us. Well, I wrote the letter and looked at it, read it 3 or 4 times. I'm really pleased with it. And I said, well, let's see what AI thinks of it. So I copied it, went over to Google AI. I said, please improve this greetings letter. And in 1 second, it's amazing how fast it is. In 1 second, it came back. It actually congratulated me on writing a good statement. And then they said, but you might want to consider these improvements for the following reasons, and actually gave me the logic they used, and then a finished letter which was perfect. I looked at it. I think the only thing I added was my website link to it and sent it on to the boss for consideration. AI is amazing. It just blows me away, and I'm only in A to Z. I'm only at the letter A, just getting started to understand it. And I'm seeing that Becca's been real busy working with it, and I see that Kelly maybe is not ready to jump in yet. Go ahead, Kelly, give it a try, and I'm giving you plenty of examples how you can do it. Customer service. Walt Disney, famous guy, has done it well all over the world, came up with a rule so many years ago. He calls it his 5-10 rule. I want you to hear this. You may have heard it before, but keep hearing it. Mainly, you're going to hear it because you're going to compare it with what's happening in today's world as you're out shopping. Disney said that if you come within 10, if one of my employees comes within 10 feet of a customer, I want you to look them right straight in the eye, make eye contact with them, and give them a smile and a nod. In other words, recognize the fact that another human being is in your presence. So many places we go today, it looks like people, employees see you coming down the aisle, they actually turn their heads and go the other way. Have you experienced that? I sure have. Well, that doesn't work with the Disney rule. It doesn't work with Steve Carver's way of doing business, and I don't want it to be that way with you. 10 feet away, give them eye contact and a smile and a nod. And when it's 5 feet away, hey, it's time to give them a verbal greeting and a smile. Every customer, give them a verbal greeting and a smile. Hi, how you doing? Or ask the question, how can I help you? If we had everyone in our organization and each one of us did that ourselves with our customers, we'd be doing a lot more business. So thank you, Walt Disney. That's a great testimonial for how to give good customer service. And each week we're going to talk about hospitality. Because in the long haul, hospitality is going to be 60% of the reason people are staying with you. So we got to learn to give that guest coming in a way for them to feel at home. That's our goal. Whoever is coming into our environment, we want them to feel at home and that we're welcoming them and we think that they're important, and we must do that. You know what it's all about. You're either nervous or anxious or you're comfortable. And it's up to us to be mature and savvy enough to make sure that our customers, our shoppers, our acquaintances are comfortable talking with us and know that we're listening and know that they are important to us. Listening, 2 ears and 1 mouth. God wanted us to do, or I think God wanted us to do twice as much listening as we do talking. It's kind of strange for me to say it when I talk for an hour and a half here, but at any rate, I want us to tell you that take time to listen and let the customer know that you're looking them in the eye and you're trying to hear what they're saying. Now, when you do that, they're going to be more apt to listen to you too if you don't over-talk and oversell stuff. But hospitality is all about that comfort level that the customer has when they're in our midst. Yes, I want to say that you're going to be in a league of your own. You're going to be doing things special. AI, example here, how AI designed it is you're in a league of your own when you're better than anyone else at doing something. You've got a category to yourself. Your levels of skill and expertise and achievement are very high and other people recognize it. The key there is when other people recognize it. And my friend, let me tell you something. You have to let other people recognize it. It's not their responsibility to search it out that you're in a league of your own, but it's your projection to make. Dr. Beck, I want to congratulate you on the way you approach this. I sincerely know already that you're in a league of your own. Your training, your expertise, your caring about all the things that you do for other people and where you're headed with your business. Indeed, present yourself as being in a league of your own, and I'll be proud to support you on that. It's a very unique feeling to think that you put yourself on that platform and then let other people know you deserve that credit and attention, no doubt about it. So let's talk about a company that's been in business since 1939, 86 years. Now, wouldn't you agree that they're probably in a league of their own if they've made it this far? I think so. So let's talk about some local folks. This is a Smithfield, North Carolina company, 30 miles north of Dunn here, and they are indeed in a league of their own, the Brightleaf Company. The Brightleaf Company is actually the Carolina Packers. This isn't the Green Bay Packers, this is the Carolina Packers, and they're in the meat business, and their logo is Brightleaf, which is a takeoff from the Brightleaf tobacco being grown in this area, which was the primary money crop in this region up until about 20 years ago. Brightleaf is a famous brand started by Mr. John A. Jones back in 1939 when he came up here from Claxton, Georgia, started the Carolina Packers Company, and he passed on to his son and then to his wife and now to employees. 75 years in business. Thank you, Mr. Jones, for coming to Johnston County with the Brightleaf logo and the Carolina Packers. When you see them in a store, this is what these hot dogs look like. Bright red color, really great taste. They compare a lot. Personally, I love them on certain occasions, and I love I love the other Nathan's as well. But these are two different flavors, and indeed very reasonably priced, and great for cookouts. You'll see them all over the eastern part of the state. And as a matter of fact, a lot of eastern North Carolina restaurants, it's all that they serve. And when you go in there to get a hot dog, you're going to get it in a bright leaf wrapper, and you'll see bright leaf signs all over the restaurant. They are really good. But what you're also seeing is an example of regional marketing. Carolina Packers knows how important it is to do regional marketing, and they're out here selling it all the time. They got a great Facebook page, and let's just take a look at their numbers. 60,000 likes and 70,000 followers. 60,000. That's the largest number I've seen anywhere on anyone yet. And if you see someone with more likes and followers than this, I want you to let me know so I can tell my classmates here. 60,000 likes, 70,000 followers. That's what you call effective Facebook marketing. But you know what? That's effective. They're still out here. Every major event in North Carolina, state fair, football games and such as that, they're out there with employees and pop-ups, selling products and promoting the company. Still doing it even after all these years. That's pretty amazing. So if you have a chance, check out Brightleaf, check out their product. We appreciate companies that show us how to stay in business for the long haul, no doubt about it. The customer relationship, it's a management job. It's a skill set that we need to work on and develop as a particular way of making our business last and last and last. Customer relationships, you can just take for granted you're doing well, and we'll float down the river and take what comes our way at whatever speed it comes our way or doesn't come our way. I don't want us to have that attitude. The attitude I really want us to have, and I work hard on every day as I mentioned about the letter that hopefully will send out to old customers, is that knowing it's important and managing the opportunity, forecasting the results, the return on investments that you can get by really working your customer relationship management. A lot of basics here, and what it is the mindset of keeping our customers front and center is saying that all else going on in our business, all the other jabber and chat and the gossip and noise that we have to talk about and deal with, when it comes back to what needs to stay up on top, it's cash flow, but right under that is keeping our customers front and center, because they're going to go hand in glove. You're not going to have one without the other. The long-term success of your business is going to have everything to do with how much discipline and excellence you work towards keeping your customers front and center. You must take action. You can't just relax and procrastinate about doing these things. You have to make it last. After COVID came along, things kind of went downhill with this attitude with so many businesses. I notice even today, and maybe you noticed it well, a lot of banks, pharmacies, some other types of businesses, they've actually closed their lobbies, still closing the lobby and making you go through the drive-through window to do business, or doing different things to keep you from being in contact with employees. And I know they may have some fancy reasoning for doing that. Maybe it's security, maybe it's health issues and such as that. But my friend, if you don't have to have that, let's go a different way. How about at the grocery store? Even these self-checkout machines, instead of being able to go through and talk with the cashier and letting them ring your products up. That's all about less customer relationship, and I don't like it, and I want to encourage you not to like it, and in your business figure out not to get in this kind of bandwagon of having less customer relationship and more automation. In the long run, for a small business, entrepreneurship-owned businesses, I think it's headed the wrong way, because for us to stay in business for the longest period of time, we need the very best customer relationships. Do things like offering things to keep people coming back. A free cup of coffee, nabs, extra conversation, a nice place to sit or relax, or TV to watch, or something like that if you're in the waiting room. So I'll ask you now, what in your business are you doing? What are the things you're doing to encourage the customer to want to return? What are you doing to encourage them to want to return? Now, in my online business, the thing that I try to do every day with every quote, with every letter, is to be welcoming, encouraging, and letting them know how much they're appreciated, and let them know, please call me at any time. Give them my phone number and say, call me. Because so many folks in business now want you to send them an email or send a letter, order form, but I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to take the time to talk on the telephone. And I find in our particular business that's a real plus, because people will call me and say, "Good gracious, Steve, thank you for answering the phone. I'm so tired of talking to answering machines." So, but what are you going to do? Be thinking about that. Make a note. What are you going to do to help people want to come back and do business with you? The attitude, the mindset has a lot to do with it. So I'll encourage you to consider this. When you have a chance to talk with a customer today, tomorrow, next week, your first customer, whatever, automatically kind of put in your mind that you're working from the platform. You're working from the good old days attitude that, hey, Mr. Customer, hey, Jerome, I want you to know that you're important to me, and I don't treat you just like you're my very first customer. You are so important to me because you're my very first customer. Or maybe I was talking to Marquetta, and my mindset's going to be, hey, Marquetta, I am so glad to have this opportunity to talk with you and give you 100% customer satisfaction. I don't treat you like you're my very last customer that I'm going to have. And therefore, you don't get the whole load of hospitality and customer service. Let me hear how I can help you. Tell me what's on your mind. I want you to feel important. And I might say to Edna, I don't treat you like you're the only customer I have in the whole world. No one else in my business world can be any more important to me than you are. And that's going to be my attitude to try to make sure that you and I maintain that relationship and we're able to do some business. First customer, last customer, only customer for every customer. That mindset will help keep you in the frame of mind to build good relationships. We want to have fresh energy and enthusiasm for each customer we talk with. We want to give them our utmost focus and care. No in between, they're number one. They are our sole priority at this moment. Cell phones coming in, other people doing this, noises in the background. No, blank them out. The priority is to serve the customer you're working with right now, and they will appreciate that fact. And let them know you're interested in what they have to say. Tell me how I can assist you. Tell me how we can improve our business. Tell me what products I need to have for you in the future. Ask the questions that let them know that they matter to you, they make a difference. When you're doing this, you are prioritizing customer retention. And that is to say, hey, I've got this in my book. I've got a line item on my to-do list that says, I need to keep customer retention on my mind and do what it takes to have long-term clients and not one-time sales. Loyal customers are so important to you. It is so much more costly to create a new customer than it is to keep an established customer. So customer loyalty is a great investment. So we got to know that and remember how important they are. Making it personal, not automatic, not automated, not AI, but making it one-on-one personal is all about creating a long-term relationship. So now let's talk about marketing a little bit. And I'll be mentioning here in a little bit about these Facebook ads that we talked about, and I'll get back to that and share some more information with you. But I'm interested in you guys having as many Facebook followers as you possibly can and as soon as you can get them. And there's 3 different ways to do this. The first way is by the book. That's what Facebook would tell you to do, and maybe some other instructors and such as that, but that's doing it by the book. Ways to increase the numbers of friends and followers you have on Facebook by doing it basically the the organic way, engaging content, active participation, high quality information on your Facebook page. That indeed will help you start getting more numbers. But that'll be a slow process. Indeed, you can target with some paid advertisement. You can hire Facebook to help you get more people. You can actually pay virtual assistants to help you get more people, and I don't tell you what to tell them to do for you if you want to pay somebody else to do it. But getting more numbers is all about helping you indeed do more business. So with the organic way, you need to optimize your page. That is, put in the best keywords that you can put in related to your products and services so that SEO will find you. Put in some good information about yourself, your bio, descriptions to make it easier and better understand your Facebook, people that are searching for you on Facebook. In other words, when they come to your page and start checking out your information, is it interesting or is it just a blank? And if it's just a blank, they're probably not going to have any interest in becoming your friend or a follower. But if you got pretty good information there, then yeah, why not? So after you get your page in good shape and make it interesting to create following, then you want to start inviting your friends, people that you know that you have common denominators with, personal pages like that. So you would invite them. You would go to their page and invite them to like or to follow or to join your group. That's the organic way to do it, and probably that's what most of you are doing now. But the key ingredients, again, are the look and the hook. That is what you have on your page interesting, things that people would want to continue to learn about and maybe say, hey, I want to stay in touch with this person and visit. And knowing now that your personal page and your business pages are linked, you want to link them so you can take advantages of the followers at one page, being able to share information with followers at the other, and vice versa. A basic fact. The more contacts you have, when you share posts, the more exposure you will get. And the more exposures you share with, the more exposure you get, means that your business will improve. You'll have a chance to have more customers. Just that simple. But you got to have those contacts. The numbers really count. And the goal that I'm going to ask you to set for yourself is to have 5,000 followers. That may look like a huge number to you and out of sight, but I will assure you it's not as hard as it looks like. And we'll talk about that a little bit. The third method to end up increasing those numbers rapidly is for us to use guerrilla marketing strategy, a guerrilla marketing strategy that I suggest to you. Some might call it shotgun or broadcast bulk friends invitation. This is going to people that you don't know, never heard of, have no idea any relationship to be a personal friend of yours, and that may have a negative feeling to you that you don't want to do that. Well, let your business coach here, Papa Steve, saying, get over that. Please get over that, because you're in business, and Facebook is now your business tool. Your business tool to help you grow your business, feed your family, have a long-term relationship with customers is more important to you than maybe just a feeling that you might have that I don't particularly want to do this. That will change as you do this exercise, because you're going to look at your Facebook promotions now as you're promoting your business to future friends and future customers and future profits. When you accept that attitude, things will start changing with you. If you don't go for the maximum number of friends and exposures and followers that you can get on your Facebook pages, you're shooting yourself in the foot business marketing-wise. So here's old Steve's recommendations to you, my guerrilla marketing strategy for startups. Let's look at some pages, my groups that I've set up through the years. All these are under my management. So I'm not throwing off on you for having low numbers, because some of my pages, one of them has only one follower and nobody following, Sampson County Small Business. And I have lots of business in Sampson County and lots of followers, but on this particular page, I haven't used it. I've been inactive on it for 10 plus years, but it's still there, one follower. Montgomery small business folks, 25 followers, no following. These numbers have been much higher in the past, but right now, because I'm inactive at it, I'm not getting any business. So I'm saying that if you have your Facebook page, you need to be active on it and show people you're live. Now, this is the page I have for my book sales. And when I realized this, I have 85 followers, 3 followers. I decided today that I was going to get back on this page and pick up my book sales by putting more activity on it. We've been doing pretty well, but not as well as we could be doing. 85 and 3. LookHere.biz is an optional business website. I'm thinking about revamping and kicking into a new business. 126 followers, only 3 people following. Again, pretty good base, but no activity means no following. Same thing with Shop Jensen, 159 and 2. And then Carver Equipment, where I have had a lot of business in the past. I'm not managing this page for an equipment company, but 281 followers, 3 following. How about the Academy, our page? So this is 293 followers, 15 following. So tonight I'm going to ask you all to find that Academy of Entrepreneurs and Associates page and like it and follow it and help us boost these numbers together, okay? And I've given you the link in the email letter that I sent to you. Carver Equipment Sales, this is our new company, 559 followers, only 2 following though. So the number of followers is good, but the number of following us today, not so hot, which means we got to get some more important information there and start sharing with other people. 360 Management, which is my association, one of my association coaching pages, 710 followers, pretty good number, but I've been inactive there as well, only 9 following. Now today I put some ads on all of these pages, and we'll see next week maybe how they're coming along. But this is the one where I do most of my work. It's one I share the most. And notice here that I have 5,600 followers and 1,400 people following it on that particular day. That's a good number. That's worth shooting for. And my friends, let me tell you, it's available to you. Okay? You can have these kind of numbers. And this is kind of like having these followers stay with you for years. It is a long-term marketing effort to do this, because after you get them following you and liking your page, it's up to you to put the content there to keep them interested and to get the information to them. But having a long-term customer base, not only with email addresses and phone numbers, is really important. But right up there next to that is keeping a large number of followers and friends at Facebook. And that's the objective of this conversation. So how do you do it? How do you do it? Well, here's a step-by-step, and this is why it's important that if you're not taking notes tonight, that indeed you take the video tomorrow, go back and take your screenshots or copy the information down as you start and stop the video. First of all, go to your own Facebook page. And so you got to have a personal Facebook page, and then go ahead and do a business Facebook page. But go to those pages and send all your friends and family members invites to become a follower of your Facebook page. And look at when you send those invites to them, you'll be on their page. Click on their friends, and then look down all of their friends, scroll down, and any other friend of your family member, you want to invite them as well, especially if they're in your hometown or someone you know or someone that you think has a common denominator with you. There's someone you think might share your information with other folks to help your business. You are here to do business. That's what this is about. Next, you'll send the friends that you have in town, in church, work associates, maybe your high school friends or college friends. Send them invites. Send them on, and you will automatically start getting replies back, and you'll see your numbers start growing. Then you want to go to members of the community where you have a common denominator. That might be people that are in businesses that would buy your product, or folks in the town next door, or people down the road, other people that are fairly close regional go to those people, those pages, those businesses, those locations, and start inviting all of them as well. Invite them to come over and become your friend. Once you start getting these number of these people back in, when you see this new friend come in on your page, then you go to their page and invite their friends that you still have those common denominators with, or regional interest, or possibilities of doing business in the future. You start inviting them. Now, I know you don't know these people from Timbuktu, and they don't know you, and they may not accept your invitation, which is just fine. But hopefully they will, because that's going to give you more opportunities to invite more folks. I want to tell you that, Kelly's probably already experienced this. People in the real estate business have done this for years. It is a way to blanket an area, blanket a market, just get all the exposure you can as fast as you can, is having as many friends on Facebook as you can bring on board, and then use that. Once you get these friends, what you're doing is it's time now to start using it to create the people that, and encourage the people that are actually following you. You want to target any niche market groups that may be available to you, that's close to your business, and or people that are in the area of a regional area that you're in. Increase your odds, increase your chances, spread the risk by getting as many different people on your page as you possibly can. At some point in time, you're going to become selective. Folks will come in, and folks will be once you get active in doing this, you'll see more and more people send you invitations, wanting you to join their page, and you'll be selective on who you say yes and no to, and that's just fine. You can be selective because you want the people you think that you're sending your information to give you the best chance for doing business, no doubt about it. A key ingredient is your page needs to have look and hook information there. Information that encourages people to read, to look, to stop, to care, be interested in the things that you're doing, have calls to action, give them something worth looking at and being interested in. Now, I think to everyone on this page tonight, that's with us tonight, an email yesterday, an email that looks just like the one over here on the right, where do you accept this challenge? You may or may not have opened that email. And I know that. And I will send it again to you tomorrow. But I do want you to open it because I'm challenging you here to get on with this program. One, whether or not you're going to go after to get really increasing all your friends or not, that's up to you. I appreciate it if you let me know what you do. I even give you the message to show you and show you what I said to folks. But I want you to visit all these Facebook pages. They are your friends and neighbors right here in class with you on Tuesday and Thursday night. And go to those pages, tell them you're there, send them a message, invite them to like you and you like them. This will be a good sharing of information and kind of get you in the groove in an easy way of ways to get started. Do you accept this challenge? About 22 different website links here. It'll take you at least 15 minutes to do all this. So find it as soon as you possibly can. If you don't know how to use Facebook, it's time to learn. It's time to learn. It won't take you but a second. 50 million plus people are doing it every day. And on Steve-O, and if you can't figure it out, send me a message and we'll work through it together. No doubt about it. Okay? You are challenged, my friends. You are challenged. Excuse me. You want a long-term relationship with a customer that lasts and lasts. Personalization is a key ingredient. They expect you to remember them and remember their preferences. They expect you to remember their name. They expect you to respond to them with information that lets them know that you remember who you're talking to. Active engagement builds communications. Before you send an email or give a phone call to someone, stop and think about What are some things I can mention to them that let them know that I remember them or that I want to serve them? Remember, you don't get a chance to unspeak your words, and the first words you speak to a customer, they're going to be remembered. So take a moment, take a few minutes to refer back to the last time that you talked with this person, or maybe with the note they left you, and think about how you're going to enter into this conversation. That's what a professional does. You think about what you're going to say before you get there. Preparation is the key to most business issues. How can we stay in touch now? Once we have the opportunity to meet this person, we know how to communicate with them. We want to get that information in a database, a list of email addresses, cell phone contacts, and such as that. And your Facebook friends database is a powerful one because there you can pick up a direct link to send them a message in a second and no effort. There'll be several channels that you can use. Email, the YouTube channel, remembering where they left posts so you can send them messaging. Text messages, of course. Every time you have a chance to talk with a customer, put a little sentence in there that encourages them to feedback, encourages them to know that you're looking forward to hearing from them in the future. This is not take it or leave it. This is let's get this started and keep it going. That's the attitude that we want to have. And showing appreciation in some way every time is a key ingredient. Always be willing to tell the other person how much you appreciate them and their business. Always be willing to do that. Always use their name as much as you can. There's no words that sound any better to a human being than their own name. So every time you can use their name as you're talking to them, that's important. Try to make that a part of what you're doing. The RFC, please type that in chat, just the three letters RFC. RFC is an asset that's going to keep your business in business for the long haul, and it stands for Raving Fan Customer. Raving Fan Customer. We can't talk about them too much. Even though we may get tired of hearing it, we have to keep reminding ourselves that the Raving Fan customers are always positive about your business. They're always recommending you and your services to someone else. They're always wanting to return to you for repeat business. So I want each of you to be each other's and my Raving Fan customers. That's what I want. That's what I want the Academy to do for your business, is we promote each other's business and to share the Facebook posts that we see back and forth. Raving Fan customers. Do you have any? Do you have a list of them? Well, let's get started on that. You have more Raving Fan customers, you're going to have more revenue and more profitability. You're going to reduce your marketing costs because they're out here marketing for you. They are going to increase your brand reputation. When they're speaking of you and your business, they're talking about the brands that you sell. And all of this adds up to giving you a competitive advantage that costs you almost nothing except the dedication to organize a management situation where you're looking after customer retention and especially Raving Fan customers. So we need to start creating Raving Fan customers because they don't do it by themselves. They don't happen by themselves. You can have good customers, loyal customers, regular customers, but that doesn't mean they're Raving Fans. The Raving Fans, you have to do three different things to create them. Tell them that you're going to guarantee them that you're going to do all you can to see they're 100% satisfied. And tell them that they're going to be so happy doing business with you, they're going to recommend you to other people. And thirdly, you don't need to follow up with them and remind them that you are caring about their 100% satisfaction. And then you can ask them, what are you going to buy next? Who do you know that's getting ready to buy something? What products do I need to add? The Raving Fan customer not only is going to bring you repeat business from themselves and other people, but also tell you what you need to do to get good business in the future. the basic key to a successful marketing campaign is raving fan customers feeding your information back to you. To have them, you need to focus on exceptional customer service, building relationships, creating memorable experiences and remembering them with your customer, and keeping your quality level as high as possible. Just common sense, but we have to keep practicing it. It is basic. Being transparent and authentic. It'd be a little very embarrassing to you to begin with. It was for me. But now I just kind of take the clothes off, and when I make a mistake, admit it. And when I make a mistake, say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I didn't do it on purpose because you're a valuable customer and I want you to stay with us and forgive me for this mistake. Listen to what they have to say. And when you can, recognize customer loyalty and reward it in some way. And sometimes that doesn't mean send them a gift or a present or give them a big discount. Sometimes it's just saying how much you appreciate them and how important they are to you. Send them a letter after a year or two, reminding them and putting in writing. And follow up after every sale. Follow up after every quote, because that feedback that you're getting, that feedback is indicating to them, or your follow-up is indicating to them that you do want them to be 100% satisfied. And that's where you get that valuable feedback to help you get moving on. That's where you get these really good reviews and testimonials. It's when you do that following up. And when you satisfy the customer and serve them well and you ask them for a testimonial or review, they're happy to do it. And if you got a My Business on Google account, you can just give them that account number and they will put up a good review for you, which will promote future business. Very important for you. Long-term relationships with customers, one single factor makes the boat float, and that is you have earned their trust. Lose the trust, lose the customer. Earning trust is built pretty much on keeping that boat floating, on them understanding and appreciating that you're trustworthy, which to me means has a lot to do with they know that you have a moral compass. That's an old school saying. People used to talk about it more than they do now because I'm afraid that moral compasses are hard to find in today's political world. But in today's business world and doing business one-on-one with people, it's important. What is your moral compass? And do you know yourself well enough to have determined that? Well, let me tell you, my friends, once you do a mission, vision, and promise statement and spend some time on it, you have, and in your core values, you have pretty much outlined your moral compass, business-wise and possibly personal-wise. And it's a key ingredient to stay with it. Moral compass, let's talk about that a little bit and give yourself a little bit of opening here. What is your moral compass? It is how you define whether an action is perceived as good or bad, proper or improper. It helps you guide your behavior within society. It helps you set up a set of beliefs and values regarding right and wrong, and they are to the point that you can actually write them down and see them, know how they affect you and other people, and then you'll know where your moral compass is, and it will help you guide your behavior, guide the way you talk and act with other people, help you define maybe some thoughts that you're having. But it has a lot to do, if you don't know your own moral compass, how will your customers know that you even have one? And the answer to that question is, do your mission, vision, and promise statement. Oh, that's important for every startup business to get started. But it's more important to have those long-term relationships solidified with your long-term customers, because that's what they're basing their trust on. The customer experience they had with you one-on-one and what they read about what your promise statements and mission statements are. And some customers will read those. Lots of customers will read them. Now, for 15 years, I talked about these statements and encouraged people to do it, but I didn't do it myself. About 5 years ago, I did start doing them, putting them into all my companies, with the academy and otherwise. I gave it a lot of thought, thinking about what I hoped my business would be, what I hoped I could be to my customers, and putting in writing. And I thought long and hard, and got some professional advice on the negatives of me letting folks know that I'm a Christian, a born-again Christian. And I wanted my customers to know that, and that I'm not ashamed of it. I don't want to try to force it on anyone, because I respect their religious beliefs. But in my promise statement, I said that we want to strive to maintain the highest standards of ethics, hospitality, and customer service, these things that we've just been talking about. And then I closed it off with a simple sentence that I think capped it for me: to become less like ourselves and more like Jesus. I hope that message says to people, I'm not trying to force anything to you, but you might want to learn what Jesus was about, because Carver Equipment Company is going to try to be more like them. So I thought that was a decent message. And you know what? I've had many people that have commented that on the customers during the last 5 years, commented from customers in a positive way. I haven't had one negative on it. Maybe nobody would ever send back a negative on a statement like that. But in the world of business, you'll get the feedback. You'll get the message. Right now, this has been a major point that builds trust with our companies, with our customers. My new owners of my company believe in this and support it as well. So I'd encourage you to give it a try, at least think about it. Who did I talk to? I talked with three clergymen, my preacher, and two other people I respect religiously. One said, don't do it. One said, I don't know. The other said, go for it. I kind of like to go for it, and I did. And so far, I'm going to stay with it. Earning trust. Sometimes earning trust is more important to you than making a sale or making a dollar. If you earn trust, you will have more and more chances down the road for making sales and more dollars. You may not get this particular deal, but if people trust you and think that you're shooting straight, they'll give you more chances down the road to do business. And maybe more importantly, they will recommend you to other people, which will help you a whole lot. Next week, we're going to talk about designing and implementing marketing and advertising tools that build long-term success. In our basic core classes that we'll talk about in January, getting started, everything's kind of related to jump starting right now. Let's get this new business going on. But what we're learning through these classes is that as we do that marketing to really get things started up right now, we can put in a sentence or two or a line or two or a statement that kind of builds long-term interest in doing business with us. And doesn't cost you a penny more, just a little bit more thinking to put the content in your ads not only to serve your short-term needs today, but your long-term needs for the long haul. And that will be an important little ingredient in doing your marketing to help you get there. So all that we're doing is working hard to keep our business alive today and for the long term. And I hope you've enjoyed these little tidbits. They're nuances that a lot of people never get, and it's, I think, a main reason that a lot of companies with good people that are trying real hard to stay in business. But if you don't focus on these little tidbits we're talking about in this course, there's a good chance your business won't make it for the long haul. So thank you so much for attending. I certainly appreciate you being with us tonight. I'm going to send you a video recording. I'd like to email tomorrow. I do encourage you to take up the challenge and go to those different Facebook pages. Take the time to do it. Tell your friends, your classmates here that you're caring about them, you're active here. You'd be surprised what you learn. And go ahead and start. Go ahead and start trying to build your numbers on your pages, because once you do that and we get into the ways that you can use those ads to increase your business, instead of having 100 followers, having 5,000 means you're going to do thousands more better job in getting your message out. So God bless you. Thank you for being with us tonight. I hope you have a great weekend. I appreciate if you turn your mics on and add any comments about tonight's session or questions that you might have. Thank you, Beck. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Steve, for everything that you're doing. You're even working now with us under your conditions with your throat and your little cough you have going on, but we appreciate you so much. Sometimes in this world, we will all learn the importance of having supportive people and letting them know that when we don't have supportive people anymore. So it's very important anytime you get an opportunity to let Mr. Steve know how much we appreciate him and keep going, because he goes even if there's one person in here. And I want to let him know how much we appreciate you and how much the college appreciates you. You have kept a lot of small business people going and keeping them in business. Thank you so much.
Well, that's kind words, Sonia. I appreciate you, and share them with other people and give that encouragement to other folks as well. Thank you. Kelly, so you're having a little trouble getting into Facebook? Any other comments?
Yes, hey, Mr. Jerome, I'd just like to say thank you. I appreciate what you're doing. And to my classmates, I thank you for your attentiveness.
Absolutely, no doubt. And I thank you, Jerome. Look forward to helping you get those businesses up and running when you're ready. Well, like to sit on the Waltons. Good night, John boy. Y'all sleep tight.
Good night, Steve.
Good night to all.
And to you as well.
John boy.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
I love you, family. Y'all take care.
You too.
Good night, everyone.